which has given him an advantage in a lot of matches. In the 2002-2003 season, Stafford put up his best scoring average of 9.8 points per game and is currently ranked third in the Sunrise Conference in free throw shooting percentage with 78.9%. Stafford has also held true to his academic obligations, being the team scholar athlete the last 2 years and an NAI Academic All-American nominee. UMFK Athletics would like to thank the Beck family who has supported Stafford from half a world away. Good luck, Stafford. You have been an asset to UMFK. Now I'd like to recognize Andrew Levesque. Andrew joined the Bengals in the 2000-2001 season as a sophomore transfer from UMaine Farmington. Andrew had a stellar high school career at Madawaska High School and led his team to Bangor for the Class C Eastern Maine Tournament in his senior year. In his first season with the Bengals, Andrew made an immediate impact as a shooting guard with an excellent outside shot. He was also one of the team's best in the free throw line and also brought solid guard skills to the table when in the game. As Andrew's role continued to increase over his career, he stepped up and became an even more sound offensive player, increasing all of his major shooting percentages and his scoring average. Andrew has also become a much more versatile player over his career, playing some time at the point guard position and becoming a solid defensive player and rebounder at the guard position as well. Andrew is currently the active leader at UMFK with three-point shots with three-point makes, with 153, and has scored 797 points in his career as a Bengal to date. Andrew will do his school teaching this fall to complete an education degree. The Bengal family would like to thank the Quebec family for supporting their son and the team through the 3 years in the UMFK program. Andrew has been a huge merit to the UMFK program, and we wish him all the best. Thank you, Andrew Quebec.
Okay, welcome to the University of Maine at Fort Kent. Today's men's basketball matchup, Bengals versus Lyndon State College, alongside John Page. This is Eric Warnken. John, great battle down in Vermont. Lyndon came out on top of that, thanks to the three-point shooting of their senior leader, and a good post player inside as well, Greg Rose, number 25. I'm going to give you the starters here momentarily, as soon as I get myself organized. Tip controlled by the Bengals. Clavette, the senior here on senior day, starting with Stafford Bent, Sean Grishaw in the middle, Bradis Samatis, and Matt Alarcon, the junior. Bengals turn it over, and it goes back to Lyndon State here. Action just underway. Number 24, Peter Camp, is a very good player. He is the 1,000-point scorer, senior. Grishaw got it, 15-footer. Nice shot there, John.
Yes. If he shoots well today, he could really help us. He's very mobile at the top of the key, and if he shoots well today, it should affect the game plan a little bit for Lyndon State.
He had a decent game over in Lyndon, certainly, especially early on in that game. He was able to get a lot done. Rose in the corner here. That's number 4, Sean Burrows. Camp with the ball. Inside, Lyndon looking to go to the basket, but swallowed up by Grishaw. He certainly can do that as well, as he's become a factor here early. Clavette brings it the other way. Gets into the lane, little jump stop. Got it off the glass, nice shot.
Nice bank shot.
Number 4 is Burrows. Number 25, I said, is Rose. 24, Camp. And here's a 3-ball by number 21. Check a number on that in a minute here. Now up top, 32 is Andrus. And number 21, the other starter, is Baskwell. So there's the Lyndon State College Hornets out of Lyndonville, Vermont. 3-ball, miss, controlled by Clavette. He'll look to push. Bengals want to get the tempo up here. Little swing pass, but turned it over. Perhaps a force there on the break. So 4-0 early here, Bengals. Camp actually reached his 1,000th point, John, at Lyndon on a 3-ball in the corner, and that gave him tons of momentum as they shot it real well down the stretch. Speaking of that, there's a 3-ball by Burrows. 6'2" guard.
This team will take plenty of three-point shots before the day is over.
They kind of have a history of doing that. I know in the old Mayflower, they always jacked up the threes. So Mattis inside. They do have a height advantage inside. They're looking to go to it early.
If we can get the good, solid games out of both of the big people inside, it could really help us here today.
Yeah, I don't know. Aside from Rose, John, and he's a smaller forward, I don't know if they're going to have an answer inside if we can get it to Samatis and Grisha. And certainly Kazanovic when he comes off the basket. That might be an answer there, though. As Basquil takes it outside, hits a 3. So all 5 players on Lyndon, you got to respect their 3-point range. Samatis wheeling and dealing, and he got eaten up in there, and he'll earn a trip to the line.
That's really going to be a key, is our guards being able to work the ball inside and get good, solid moves to the basket.
Yeah, I would agree, and to find they're going to have to stretch the defense, so to speak, as Basquil just showed with that 3-point.
Right.
Samatis knocks it down. Bengals coming off a win yesterday over the College of St. Joseph, who was winless in conference. So this will be the real test for this weekend. Now,
we're into that part of the season where you have to win them all in order to get a home bid for the home site for the first round of the playoffs. Makes this a very, very important game.
Yes, yeah. And Lyndon is thinking the same thing.
Exactly.
Now inside, Basquil. We'll see if he has anything with his back to the basket. They go back to Burrows, who draws Samatis, tries to take him off the dribble, does. Andros in the corner, and we get a kick, and we'll get a reset, I believe, on the shot clock. 8-6 here, 2-point lead early for the Bengals. Look for them to try and get the tempo up, and they do want to run here. They have showed a lot of zone here, especially in the second semester, John, taking advantage of their height inside.
Yes, exactly.
And it's been tough to really score in there. Certainly with Grisha's wingspan, there's a block by Samatis. The big key there is that you rebound out of that zone. Now Clavette.
Just another example of where people adjusting their shot because of the size of the big, nice 2-point shot by Stafford.
Stafford, the other senior from London, England, that was honored today before the game. Certainly want to thank his family and Stafford himself for a great career. Now a 3-ball, but no, I think we had a travel. Travel was called by the upstairs official, and it goes back to the Bengals. See if they look to pound it back inside. Lyndon showing a 3-2 zone here. They probably are going to try and match up in all areas of the floor, but Bent gets a 3-ball off and knocks it down.
Whoa. Christmas.
He's really improved his 3-point shooting, and he is currently second on the team from behind the stripe, right behind Andrew Clavette.
Well, coaching one-on-one tells you if a team has to adjust their defense to take care of your big people, that good things can happen for everyone else on the floor.
Nice, a little too easy of a drive there for Burrows. He found the baseline and scored over Alicon.
What number?
That's number 4.
Thank you, sir.
Number 4, Burrows. Bent for another 3, perhaps rushed that one as he missed it a little long, but he was feeling it. Camp now, a good floor general, not necessarily a flashy guy, but really gets it done leading his team. Now Rose inside, and we're going to get that one waved off. Offensive foul on Rose. Nice take there. Thompson and Kazanovic will check in. Alarcon and Grisha will have a seat. 13-8, 5-point Bengal lead, and they have the ball looking to build on that lead. Lyndon was up in the county yesterday, played Presque Isle and got out of there with a win, escaped with a win. As Presque Isle seemed to give them all they could handle. I did not hear a lot of details, but I did see the final score. I think it was a 6-point win.
At this time of the year, every game tends to be a lot closer than some of them have in the first half of the season.
Rose tips it out nicely to Basquil, and he goes into
There is another example. The size is making a difference.
Number 15, who has just checked in, Chris Brown.
And he tried to adjust the angle of his shot because of Bartis and missed it. But relatively easy layup.
Kazanovich isn't the tallest post player, certainly the Bengals have, but he is probably the most athletic.
Here we go. Andrew with 3.
There's a steal by Thompson, and he'll look to go here. 1-on-2 off his foot. Nice D there by Camp. Nice D. Thompson had a steal. His eyes got a little big there. He was 1-on-2.
Probably going to try to repeat that dunk he had in here yesterday. Brought everyone in the building of their feet.
They had enough of them yesterday, that's for sure. Here's Rose. Right, there's a 3 ball by Burrows, and he has been playing exceptionally well. I believe, John, that he has either received, I'm not sure what year he is, I don't have years listed here, but he has received a couple of awards for Player of the Week this year already. He's a player to watch. Number 4, Burrows, as he knocks out a 3. Inside out guy, now bent. Kazanovich, speaking of inside out, gets it up top to Clavette. Pass fake, 3, in and out. Hornets now, looking to withstand this early run by the Bengals. Burrows, there's Rose. Swing it to Camp in the corner. And we're gonna have a little nickel dimer. There's Kazanovich onto the body. Reshot right back in, and Trey Henry will get his first look of the afternoon. I want to welcome everyone to our worldwide webcast today. Thanks for joining us out there. Any technical issues you may be experiencing, if I could speak, that might be a technical issue. If you're having any problems, I guess is a better thing for me to say. I just coached a game. I'm probably a little exhausted. Any problems, feel free to call us. 1-888-TRY-UMFK. That's a toll-free number, of course. And we'll fix them up. Clavette. The Hornets get a basket on their end and to draw within 3. Breshaw, a little trouble with the hands up top to Clavette. He wants another 3. Got that one. He is shooting it real well. Bengals now looking to tighten up here on defense a little bit, John, as they've given up a couple easy baskets the last 2 trips. Swing it to Camp. Hornets looking to take advantage of this zone, see if they can find the open man. They do here with Rose. Nice pass on the baseline. Grisha blocked another one, but no one there to help out on their boards. That's Chris Brown for 2. This Hornet team I've been impressed with them, John. They're a scrappy bunch, and they're tough to defend in the respect that all guys can shoot it from 3-point land. They seem to take it to the basket pretty well, too.
Excellent ball movement, too. They do move the ball extremely well around the outside of the zone.
Henry hard off the glass. He has had a tough time this year shooting it from the stripe, but he is one of the Bengals' defensive stoppers. Now, here's a 3 ball, missed. That's number 11, Kevin Trask. So they go pretty deep, Lyndon.
Yeah, that's it.
Basketball with the
Trey Henry just showed you one of the reasons it's good to have him in there. He went right in and was able to rebound with the big people. Did a nice job on that.
2-on-1 for the Hornets. Thompson trying to get upstairs, and they got him with, I believe, the body, but
pretty close.
Nice athletic play there. Nice job there, Camp, setting up his teammate Brown for a trip to the charity stripe. That's a guy, number 24, Camp, who I've been real impressed with. Certainly a good player to run the point for any program.
Exactly.
Reminds me of some of the players I played with in my college career. Now, Samata's going to come in for Kazanovich. Didn't really get himself going, so we'll see how he does his second rotation, but he'll have a seat for now. And Alarcon gives Clavette his first break of the afternoon.
Correct. It'll be interesting to see if he's willing to shoot here. They're allowing us to shoot 3-pointers, and he is one of our better shooters when he's on. So it'll be interesting to see if he gets it. Nice step.
Hornets
nice
try and
jump
trap
step.
here, but the Bengals break it. Henry, a little shovel pass to Samatas, and we're going to get a reach that gets the Hornet bench up disagreeing.
It's the second foul on number 25.
No audio for the women's game.
this afternoon, but I do want to take a chance to recognize two seniors playing in their last regular season home game, Nikki Brown and Joy Gervais. Now inside, Samatis got two. Nice job there at the high post, John, if they were able to free him up.
When he turns around and gets totally squared up to the basket, he's just a whole lot to deal with inside.
It's big versus small here as the Bengals go with Samatis and Grisha inside, and outside goes Basketball for another three, and I don't recall his performance at Lyndon, but he is a very nice player as he is stretching this Bengal zone. Grisha, Henry, I believe he might have walked.
Yep.
Yes. Lawrencetown, Nova Scotia, Nick Basquell, as he has made his presence felt here in the first half, hitting a couple three balls. And we're going to get another push here on the baseline, and we'll see what we got. They got Samatis with a push. Benton now, Clement, after a short break, will get back into the game.
That foul was on Henry.
Okay, yep, foul was on Henry. Got a correction there, so clean that up. Hornets looking to post up Clement. Basquell, can he hit another one? Yes, he can. Goodness gracious, they got to make an adjustment there as he shot that right over the 6'10" Grisha. And he is 3 for 3 from the stripe, from the three-point arc. Hornets looking to trap wherever they can. Now a steal by Basquell. He's got Trask up ahead of the pack, and that's going to get a timeout for the Bengals. Here come the Hornets, 25-21. So a pair of Basquell threes and then a breakout off a turnover for Trask, and all of a sudden, John, 25-21.
Yeah, Lyndon's already made 5 three-pointers, Coach, and I believe I've only shot 7.
That's their game. I mean, that is their game from the arc. And the Bengals are going to have to make some adjustments here and do a better effort getting the hands up on shooters trying to close out. So 10-23, Bengals started with a run to open up this half, and then the Hornets have answered here in the last couple minutes. Some leaders here for you for the Hornets. Rose leading in rebounds at 8 per game. Camp, the point guard, almost 5 assists, and Burrows, number 4, shooting 74% from the free throw line. Don't have a points leader from them, John, but I'm pretty sure that Rose, Camp, and even Trask and a couple of the other, they seem to be pretty balanced, I guess, is the point. And we'll see how the Bengals respond to this run by the Hornets as we get back to action.
Well, Lyndon coming out with some kind of pressure here. I'd be interested to see how we handle that.
Samatis breaks it himself, pushing the Grisha on the break. He'll reset to Alicon. Nice bounce pass into Samatis. Shot miss. Grisha tried to follow it up.
Ooh.
Some confusion, but it is going to go to the Hornets. I had white ball. I always have white, so especially when we're in Fort Kent.
That's correct.
Number 14 is now running the point here for the Hornets. That is Travis Morehouse. Has a sister on the women's team, actually. Now, just in case you were wondering, John, I just give you a trivia question. Morehouse up top. Looking to get it to Trask. Now Burrows. No, that's not Burrows. Trask, you gotta be kidding me. Another 3-ball by Basquell. He is 4 of 4 from 3-point range. And that gets the Lyndon lead to 7. Bengals looking to respond here. Grisha fakes it to Clement for 3, looking to answer. Doesn't, tipped around. Controlled by the big fella, Grisha.
Oh, nice.
Alicon doesn't want it. And we're gonna get a reach. Correction, number 15 is Chris Brown, and he actually picks up a foul right here. Alicon will shoot this one, John, right on cue.
Good.
And
There we go.
I knew you were up here for a reason, John. As Alicon pulls it, he can shoot that.
He can shoot it, but he's reluctant to shoot it sometimes in tough situations.
Right. And more often than not, it seems like he's trying to set up his teammates, John, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I agree, he has that weapon. Speaking of weapons.
There he is again, 5 for 5.
This is quite the performance right now by Braswell. He is absolutely on fire. He hasn't even drawn iron yet.
No, that's right. Everything has been net. You're absolutely right.
Mattis going at him and picking up a foul, and that's what you got to do. You got to make him play some D, try and wear him out of here a little bit, but he is absolutely on fire. The Bengals almost seemed baffled by basketball. I mean,
they had some good defense on him that time, and he was not open, but he fired it up and he didn't even touch a thing.
No offense to him, but I just don't recall him down there at Lyndon being a factor. I know Camp and one of their swing players had a real good game, whether it be Burrows or Trask, but he's really shooting it well. Camp comes back in, and the Hornets were able to take advantage of giving him a break and keeping their lead, if not adding to it. So he's back into the game, as Morehouse did a pretty good job running the point.
He did a nice solid job. He didn't try to do anything fancy, just got the ball to the hot shooter.
So Mattis now knocks it down. Bengals will look to press here. Broken easily. Now to Camp. He gets his first look of the afternoon. Missed it. Tipped around. Controlled. Now Clement. Yeah, they got a hand up on the shooter. I would agree. Clement to Alarcon. Can he go 2 for 2? No, missed it. Controlled by Basquel.
Look at Jimmy shaking his head already, Coach.
Coach Graffam. Always fired up, and I'm sure he's going to have to address the Basquel show in the halftime locker room speech here. Now Camp. To Basquel. Right back to the basket for 2 more. That's Chris Brown. So Brown, Trask, and Burrows are tough guys to guard. They almost look identical out there. I'm getting them confused. 3 good swing players. Bent now traveled. 33-26.
I've seen every single game this year. I don't think I've seen anyone shoot the 3 ball as well as this team has in the first 12, 15
yeah,
minutes.
I would agree. I was just about to say, John, you would think playing at Prescott yesterday and just traveling 6 hours that they would...
They're starting to look a little bit more human right now, but of course basketball hasn't shot it for a couple of minutes.
Exactly. Kazanovich on the doorstep.
Nice play nice feed by Bobby Thompson.
I'll be interested to see what basketball will do on his next touch. Okay, there you go. Right on cue.
He's going to let it go again. Not only does he make it, he gets knocked down, but no fun, no call. That's 6 for 6, Coach.
6 for 6, right on cue. Sometimes you'll see a guy force it, but hey, I thought he made, upstairs down at Bent. I'm baffled right now. He is having a career half right now, but there's another foul. Now let's get a check. I think that's only 2 on him.
That's his second.
We're going to find some way to get him out of the game. Let's see if we can pick up a 3rd on him. And Coach Graffam going right to Samatis. I think they're going to try and repost him here and go right at Basquel. See if we can get number 3.
Give it to him.
There he is. Wheels, deals. Fadeaway. Missed it, though. Kazanovich. And let's see what we get here.
What?
Over the back, though, I think, John. Over the back. Yep. On Brown.
Going to shoot.
So 2 shots for Kazanovich.
Now there's a factor. Now he's got 3 players with 2 fouls. This next 6 minutes, boy, could really make a difference.
You got to make basketball put the ball on the ground, wouldn't you think? I mean, he's getting. I'm not necessarily saying that we're not getting a hand up on him, but at this point, make him go to the basket because he is just on fire. 6 for 6 from 3-point land. He has 18 points. Tipped around, Kazanovich gets it right back. Nice pass to Samatis, but has trouble handling it. Maybe a bounce pass would have been a better option. So he rifled it right into his chest. 36-28, so the Bengals in jeopardy of falling behind by double digits.
In all probability,
I'm in jeopardy of not being able to
down
speak.
by 11.
Yeah. They get in the corner here now, inside. Back to Brown. He penetrates. Little pull-up jumper for 2, and it is a 10-point game. 38-28. Bengals have had no answer on defense, and that is going to get the whole squad motivated, I hope, for the second half, John. Samatis fouled. Now, they're gonna make these free throws, take advantage of these opportunities.
That's 3.
3 on Brown. I'd rather have 3 on basketball. Brown just hit a little pull-up jumper in the lane, so I guess we got to take what we can take. Burrows looking to check back in. Seems like these guys are identical. Trask, Burrows, and Brown all seem to be similar players, so I'm not sure if they'll lose much here. Hornets now able to rest one of their go-to players, Rose, so they've taken advantage of a couple. Well, taking advantage of basketball's three-point shooting, we'll put it that way. Now here come the Hornets. They break the press, bobbled a little bit there by 32 Andrus in the corner, and then Smatis going to get a tough foul there, hustling.
That's his first.
We have yet to really see a Bengal run, a signature Bengal run, John, and I'm just waiting for it. Hopefully we can get one here in the last 6 minutes.
First, though, we need a couple of stops.
Yeah, here, dribbled around here, passed well. Hopefully he can't shoot it from there. Now Burrows finds him. Yeah, good job by Bent. Good job by Bent getting up and taking away that shot. Oh, just as I say it, he gets in the corner for 3 more, missed that one.
He is human.
And then the Bengals throw it right back to him as if they wanted to give him another chance. Goodness gracious, take care of the ball, huh? Camp now going to reset. 38-30 as we dip near 5 minutes, first half. Bengals Hornets from Fort Kent, Maine. Trask from the corner, missed it. Levette doesn't want to push here as they want to get a good possession. Now does, though. Gets it to Thompson. Inside to Samatas, really pounding inside, John. You like to see that. This foul trouble is starting to build up here for the Hornets.
2 on him.
Now Kazanovic will get a break, as I don't think Coach Grafflin was too pleased with his outlet pass on that last possession as you throw it right back into the hands of the Hornet player, excuse me. Samatas will get 2. See if he can knock him down. Does. How many free throw attempts does he have? He has been there quite some time here in the first half.
This is going to be his 8th.
Already 8 times to the stripe. And he's missed only 1, so I jinxed it. No, I didn't. He got it.
He has missed none.
Bengals will.
Here we go.
Bengals will stay here in the zone, and now they extend it a little bit. And you're going to have to here with the shooters of the Hornets. High post, Andrus. Camp. Over to Burrows. Basquel doesn't have that one as the Bengals seal it off. Burrows a little pass fake. Gets himself free to the lane, and he's going to get a trip to the line.
That's 2 on Bartis.
Tia going to get his first look of the afternoon as he rises up off the Bengal bench, looking to report. Well, I don't necessarily think the tempo of the game has been an issue here.
No.
It's been shooting, plain and simple.
Yeah.
I don't know how many threes they've hit as a team, but I do know Basketball has hit 6 of 7. So.
And they're certainly not going to do anything different.
Grishaw lost the handle.
Well,
Either that or it was a heavy bounce pass.
No, I think he just probably had a little hand on his wrist there.
That may have been the case. Now Bengals looking to get a good set
This
here.
is a
Swing
big,
it to
this is a
Thompson.
big one right here.
To Grishaw, they're going to go right at Basquel. He doesn't want to foul, but Grishaw missed the jump puck in and out. Nice hustle, and then we're going to get a foul here. Nope. Out of bounds was a Hornet player.
I thought he had a foul.
Bengals swing it, tipped around, controlled by the Hornets, and they're going to have to reset here. Clavette to Thompson. He wants 3.
Get him.
He missed it. Controlled by Basquel.
Who else?
Who else is right? Here come the Hornets. Trask gets it to Andrus. To Basquel for 3. He got hit and then missed it in and out. So he has become a huge factor here. The Bengals overplay and foul a jump shooter. I mean, you're not going to see that too many times, John.
Absolutely.
The power forward coming out and earning a trip to the line for 3. Just need to get there and get a hand up. This kid has been a huge factor in the first half.
Some people can just hit 2, hit 3s.
See if he can make it for the stripe.
I think he could make it from the next room, to be honest with you.
Reminds me of myself, John.
Just
the way he shot it today.
Lit the place up. Oh my
There you
God,
go.
he missed one.
Alicon going to replace Thompson.
Bobby has 2 fouls.
Yeah. So good job there by the Bengals staff.
I think Bobby's an interesting kid. He normally plays about one degree south of out of control.
Yeah.
And that was that kind of a foul. I mean, just really working hard and
oh, he's such an athlete.
Yeah, he really is.
40-32, 8-point game here, and you'd like to think that the Bengals will heat up and the Hornets will cool off a little bit here at some point. Bent now. Gets it to Platilla. Drop to Alicon. Looking to penetrate the zone.
No, what was
Well,
that?
scoop shot, but he got hit. Nice
That's
job
a
there.
good drive.
So he'll get a trip to the stripe.
Hornets foul on number 4, Sean Burrows. It's the first personal foul. Team's 10th going to line, 44.
It's 2 we need, Coach, right here.
We need them. Yep, we definitely do. And then the Bengals perhaps will look to show a little pressure here, but Alicon missed it short. They have to adjust here. Hornets playing with a lot of confidence,
They
John.
really are. They get off to a very, very good start in the league, and I think there are times when that can be really valuable, and I think this is one of them.
Give me a check, if you could, John, on Rose's foul situation. He's number 25, because he has been on the Hornet bench for quite some time.
He has 2.
Okay, he has 2, so they're not willing to gamble, and why should you with this lead they have? Swing it to Basquell. Camp. Gets it over to Burrows. Looking to work on the baseline of Platilla. Tipped away. Back to Camp for 3. Missed it long. Tipped around, controlled by Bent, but Burrows, nice job. Got it to Trask, and I think we're going to have a trouble. Yes. 40-33 as the Bengals looking to crawl back in.
Did you put that down?
40-33, 3 minutes remaining, first half. Fort Kent versus Lyndon today. Clavette missed a 3. Controlled by Basquell. This is going to be a huge character check for this Bengal team. Certainly the rest of this half, and then the second half, see how we can respond, because it may be, like you said, it may mean a trip on the road if we can't fight through and get a win here today. Now in the corner, 3 ball there by Trask. They are shooting it exceptionally well.
That shot was wide open, though.
That was, John. You are correct.
Nobody rotated down to cover him.
And a good college player is going to knock that down. Bent looking to answer. Does not. Controlled by Andrus. Looking to push Trask. Here's Camp. And you better find shooters right now. Over to Burrows. Obviously stating the no mystery here, but now we're going to get foul on Platilla. So he got tangled up there a little bit and was forced to reach. Andrus. Yeah, it looks like he has that unorthodox free throw stance as he's a little bit right to the center there, and he has those to go with his unorthodox shoes. But who am I to speak about style? See if it works. Does not. Maybe that's why he's shooting over there. Has some free throw issues. Alicon, 43-33, 10-point lead, John. If you were to tell me this morning that we'd be down 10 here in the first half, I might have lost my mind. Kazanovic.
Right now, we're just not getting good shots.
Seem to be a step
forcing
slow
it
and
a little bit.
not making the best decision. You are correct.
We've been through some personnel changes in the last 2 weeks, and that, I'm sure that has some effect, but it's not. We're just not executing at the present time. We're not handling the ball well down low and doing some things that you got to do to play at this level.
You are correct.
Had a nice
Kazanovic for 2. Well, it's all about the program, John, and I don't want to dwell on this, but you know, you break team rules, you have to face the consequences, and hopefully become a better person because of it. Now, Bengals get the turnover, and Bent's going to look to push. I look for these 2 seniors to really step up here to get this team going. Kazanovic does there. A nice pass by Bent. Timeout, Hornets. See if we can keep this momentum going. 1:25 remaining. So, Bengals perhaps taking some momentum here. Want to get a standings check here if I could.
They'd have a nice stop right here that would really help.
Not in today's program, John, but I believe the Bengals are currently 8-5 in conference.
Correct.
And the Hornets come in with a similar mark. I think they're right in the middle of the pack.
They are.
Perhaps one game or above or behind. So.
Yeah, they had an early week loss, I believe, to Fisher.
That's right, yeah.
And I think they have 5 losses. I think everyone's trying to avoid their really, it looks like the critical number is going to be 7, which
Fisher
is really pretty amazing.
Yeah, excuse me, John. Fisher beat Farmington yesterday by almost 40 points. So
yeah.
I don't know what happened there. It was down in Boston, but
well, in that game, Fisher shot 56% from the floor, and Farmington shot 26% from the floor.
Wow. Those two players, we saw them up here last weekend. Charles and Jefferson, but it was Charles especially last weekend that really got going, and he's one of the leaders in points in the conference. So.
Well, they're a good basketball team. They play well. I think they're a little bit handicapped on the second day of a weekend.
Yeah,
that becomes really important when you get to the tournament. Unless of course you play, if you're really fortunate and you blow someone out the first day, but they don't even have substitutes that they can rest people with.
Right. The 1 seed will be crucial for them, John.
Absolutely,
as you said.
And I'm not sure I see them beating Hudson.
No. But it is going to be a very competitive tournament. I'm looking forward to it. Now, on the baseline is Andros, and do we have a shot clock violation? No. Thought we had a shot clock violation. No. Now the Bengals argue. We got to be careful here. Get the ball in bounds. Wow.
That was a shot clock violation. We didn't have that.
The official's saying the ball hit the rim. I'm not sure. Grisha pull-up jumper. Got it. And the foul. And Coach Graffel wants an explanation. I don't know if he's going to get one. I guess they felt the ball. His complaint is that the shot was not even released before the clock had expired. So Grisha completes a 3-point play there. Nice job.
That's a big 3 for the Bengals right there.
5-point game. Hornets looking to take the last shot here of the half. Been a very entertaining first half. Not defensively either way, but Pasquale to Camp. They run him off the back door. Get it to Burrows. Penetrates. Will dump pass to Camp. 4 seconds. 3. I don't know if he sees the time. Now the bench lets him know for 3. So we'll take the halftime break here. Bengals down 5, 45-40. We will be back for second half action. Welcome back to the jungle. Second half action momentarily. John, if you could review some stats that stand out to you from the first half. I know one that stands out to me. It's 3-point shooting.
Well, yeah, actually the difference in the game is exactly that, the 3-point shooting. Lyndon made 9 of 20, and the Bengals made 4 of 13. That gives you a 5-point. It gives you a huge difference. And had not the Bengals made 10 out of 13 foul shots, this would have been a very ugly half.
Yeah, I would agree.
I look for us to shoot a little better, and continue probably try to push the ball down inside. I'm sure coaches made some adjustments on the 3-point shooters, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Basquale with 20 first half points, and let's see here, Samadas had 14. So
there's a great block to get started by Sean Greshaw.
Yeah. Great block.
He's been able to block a lot of shots in the last 2 or 3 games without committing any fouls, and the officials, I think, are now used to the fact that he has his very, very good control of his feet.
There's a steal now the other way. Clement pulling up for a 3. Missed it. Samadas, and goodness gracious, over the back. You got to be kidding me.
No,
oh, man. So a tough foul there on Samadas, and he has 3. So keep an eye on that.
You know what happened there was Endo was looking to set him up for to set Sean up for a dunk, and Sean got tripped as he started to cut through, and officials didn't see the trip.
Here's Rose, spent much of the first half on the bench. He gets tied up and then thrown to the ground by Grishaw.
Sean made a very good block on the first one, and then you know, did kind of mug him on the second attempt.
Well, lucky to not get teed up there. And now he's hearing some from the Lyndon State players, so we'll have to keep an eye on this extracurricular activity. Rose did a good job there, not mixing it up.
Yeah.
Easily could have responded in a negative manner. And those yellow shoes are something of a negative manner. Those stand out. Free throws knocked down.
Yeah, it's not going to be too inconspicuous with that footwear.
Mark this down, 19:25 second half, and Samadas has to go to the bench with his third foul. So we'll see if Kazanovic, who did not have a good first half, can get
Well, actually,
something
Vlad played reasonably well over the last 3 or 4 minutes. He scored 4 very important points for us when we were trying to climb our way back.
You are correct, John. I guess he just didn't start real well, but his second rotation was better. Levette loses one Lyndon defender, 2 of them. Goes to Alarcon. This is big for 3.
There's what we need. That's a good shot. That's a shot he has to take. He took it. Get good rotation.
Good D there by Grishaw.
Yeah.
On Burrows.
Sean is a lot quicker than people give him credit for.
Burrows
He's got
back.
a great wingspan.
Burrows answers with a 3 of his own. This has got to stop at some point. They are just shooting it incredibly well as they knock down their 10th 3 of the afternoon. Grishaw on the doorstep. 2 more. Grishaw, not Grishaw. Rose.
There's a good example right there of what happens when you have to try to adjust the shot because of someone's height.
Yeah, he's really done a good job intimidating inside. Perhaps a little winded here right now. I think he may have got an elbow to the face too. Kazanovic for 3, missed it. Tipped around, back to the Bengals. 50-45, 5-point Lyndon State lead. That's what it was at the half. Bengals looking to isolate inside. Rose over the back, and that's going to be, his third.
That's a big foul.
Well, they didn't gamble in the first half. Will they gamble in the second with Rose? Yes, right now he's staying in there. Coach Barry thinking it over.
You need to go right at him.
Kazanovic draws 2. Alarcon. Hornets continue to show 3-2 zone. Grishaw wide open at the high post. Following, can't get it. Bent inside, he can't get it. So a couple shots on the doorstep missed, and now the Hornets are going to look to run. Lob it up to Burrows. Lost the handle. Nice hustle there to save it. But wasn't able to get it in bounds. Bengals just trying to get over the hump, so to speak, to get this lead back. And I feel they'll get some confidence from that, but right now they still are down 5. And turn it over there, John.
Yeah, that no excuse for that. Stafford's a senior, and he's taking responsibility, and that's good. Just a little bit of inattention.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go before he caught it, and attention is right. Now Rose, up top. We get a foul on Andrews. I'll take it. It's in our favor, but I'm as baffled as Andrews.
I think his call was a moving pick, and
yeah.
you know, in the college game, I'm not sure there are a whole lot of picks set that aren't moving.
I know there wasn't in my game yesterday. Jeez.
I think one of the things we're faced with here in the county is it's very difficult to get.
Alarcon from New York missed that one. Rose coming the other way. Sorry to interrupt you, John.
That's all right.
That's well. Gets
A lot of ball there.
Bengals searching for an answer here defensively. As Pasquale earns a trip to the line. Every once in a while, John, I know you've seen a million basketball games. You'll see a kid go off like that. Too bad it wasn't the Bengals, but it's fun to watch. A kid, I mean, basketball hit
really
his first 6 3-point attempts, and
I think it's one of the things that's made the game so exciting.
Yeah.
Is that gets the crowd into the game.
it's changed the game. You're
It
right.
really has.
But just to see a shooter in a zone is incredible. When they
This
just
kid
feel
that
it.
hasn't missed much. I don't know what you do with him. You know, you don't want him on the foul line. You certainly don't want him unattended behind the arc. But you know, we just need to play our game.
Yeah, well, let's hope one guy can't beat us because they've done a pretty good job on the rest of the Hornet crew. Foul on Camp, only his first.
Secret to this whole thing is he's getting away so far with keeping Rose in the game.
Yeah, you're right. He has 3 fouls, but
Could make a big difference if he get him out of there. I think he seems to steady the offense a little bit.
yeah, I have been impressed, John, with their 3 swingmen. Burrows, who's in there right now, number 4, but then there's Trask, and then there's number 15, Brown. All 3 similar players, and tough to defend. Camp, Rose in the middle of the press, gets it over to Burrows, gets to the rack. Andros was not ready. He gets it to Rose for a finger roll, 2 more. And once again, Hornets able to pick apart the Bengal D and get an easy 2. This time Rose right down the middle of the defense. It gets the Hornet bench up, clapping. Kazanovich missed it, tried to go right at Rose.
I don't know how much longer Coach can be able to keep Barter sitting down here.
I was just about to say, we're not really getting much production inside, and that's where they were able to take advantage in the first half, getting some out of multiple trips to the line.
Every prolonged flat spot we've had during the season has been a result of our not being able to get the ball inside effectively. And
Right,
with
right.
the group we have on the floor right now, it's just very difficult to do that.
Rose facing up on Grisha. Trying to get to the basket. Does for 2 points. Nice take there by Rose, and now he is becoming a factor. Timeout Bengals, back to a 10-point Hornet lead. Gut check time, John, as they get it back up to 10 here. Hornets really having their way on the offensive set, especially in the half court. They've been able to get a lot of good options and isolate. That time they isolated Rose.
Well, you know, one of the personnel changes that we've made here as a result of some of the difficulty we've had over the last 2 weeks is that we lost a lot of quickness.
Yeah.
And defensive quickness, especially. Players that are no longer playing were not necessarily great defensive players. They were just very quick, natural athletes.
Yeah.
And could make adjustments. And right now, particularly with that group that was on the floor at that time, we don't have a lot of quickness.
Yeah.
And if you don't play good, solid, basic team defense, quickness is incredibly important to good defense.
I think that's the key there, though, John. You can take advantage, like you said, team defense is the key there. And right now, there's no help side. I mean, Rose was able to, you're going to get beat once in a while. You got to have someone step over. And I would rather give up a jump shot than a layup. And
yeah, now we're back in the position of where I think the kids almost feel as though they have to make 3-pointers in order to get back in the game. There's plenty of time left in this game.
oh, there is plenty of time. There's Ben. Speaking of time, as he gets 2. So
Very
they
nice.
break the pressure easily there, John.
Well, it was excellent, and Vladimir did a nice job of seeing the floor, which is he just keeps getting a little better at that. He came to us from MCI and have been playing a lot of the 4 when he was able to play in that program, and we're asking him to do a lot of different things, and that was nice. He brought the ball up, saw the open man, made the pass, and we scored.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a game of runs, and the Bengals looking to turn the tide here as it's an 8-point Hornet lead. Thompson, speaking of quickness, John, has checked in, so we'll see if he can help out on the perimeter. Jump hook by Greshaw.
Bobby brings a lot of...
Baswell for 2. Man, he got free on the doorstep, and a nice quick pass inside. And the Bengals fell asleep.
Stafford got caught napping.
Grishaw misses the layup. Controlled though by Kazanovich. Jack to Bent. Shot fake. Looking to go by. Brown does not have anything. Bengals will reset with Clavette. Plenty of time on the shot.
Big hoop right here.
Clavette. The Grishaw. Will dump down to Zonovich. Now Thompson will penetrate. Got hit and wasn't able to score it, but or trip to the line. Check and see if that was see if that was on Rose. He was in the
Third
vicinity.
personal foul on number 21.
Third one on Baskwell, so there. That could be a key factor too. See if Coach Barry now has both Rose and Baskwell with 3 fouls. Thompson missed the free throw and out. Gotta knock him down here. Thompson got it. Angles press. Go man-to-man here now, I believe. Brown. It's back to Burrows. And he's going to try and break the timeline himself. Does. Now gets right down the lane. Charge taken by Grishaw. Oh, and they counted the basket.
Awful. That's awful.
You got to be kidding me.
Who's the foul?
Goodness gracious. They count the basket, then call the foul on Lyndon State. So, I guess you can escape there with not upsetting both coaches, or probably, who knows, I'm baffled. That was an offensive foul, taken nicely. Basket should not have counted. Bengals now. Clavette. Swing it to Thompson. Thompson trying to break free from Camp. Does on the baseline. Pull-up jumper. Nice job there. Bengals get to within 7. Looking to get a stop here defensively. Now we call another foul away from the ball. Foul's on Henry away from the ball.
Who's the foul on Trey?
Foul's on Henry away from the ball.
No, they didn't take him away.
Were they supposed to?
Yes.
Now Rose looking to post Burrows on Clavette again, but Camp gets free in the corner. Here's Brown. Upstairs to Baskwell. He hit another one. This kid is having a career day.
Yeah, he sure is.
As he knocks down his 7th 3 of the afternoon. Zonovich to Thompson. Breaks the defense, gets it to Grishaw, missed it. Tipped around Kazanovich, and yeah, we're gonna get a correction here. Thank you. Should go back to the Bengals. No real dispute from the Hornet bench. The official did a good job there as he saw something different. Then the man on the baseline corrected it. Now Bengals get Clavette in the corner. Henry now penetrating. Nice pass to Gruzanovich. Tipped away though.
Another example, though. I think we're trying to force it instead of just running the whole through all the sets.
Yeah. Samatas and Bent looking to check back in, so they didn't waste too much time keeping Samatas out of there. Does he have 3 or 4 fouls, John?
Yes, 3.
3. Okay, so not necessarily too much of a gamble. Now Grishaw. But I feel this game's being called pretty tight, so Samatas will have to be careful. Thompson called for a charge when it did not seem that the Hornet player was square.
I just don't think they're consistent. I think
consistent.
on the play down at the other end a couple of minutes ago, it went the other way, and I think you have to be consistent.
53-63, 10-point Hornet lead. And the time is the enemy as well as we get to 12 minutes remaining, second half. Bengals need a stop. Baseline Brown, blocked nicely by Kazanovich. Samatas gonna push here, the center. Jump stop nicely. Thompson, swing it to Bent. There's Samatas flashing to mid-post. Pull-up jumper, got it. Bengals need another stop defensively here to get some momentum going, and timeout by Coach Barry as he feels the momentum shifting. I think everyone here, John, is waiting for this Bengal team to make a run. Seems that we are just getting close, and then something happens, you know, a careless turnover or a missed layup or something to get the Hornets back in control.
Well, I think you're right, and I think a little bit of what we're seeing here is we're building a new team chemistry here, and runs and particularly offensive runs are really fueled from the chemistry of the kids that are out there playing, and some of these kids, while we always have played a lot of people in terms of who we rely on, things have changed a little bit, and I think that may affect us a little bit. I noticed Andrew all of a sudden doesn't seem to be willing to shoot quite as much as he would have with other kids being on the floor.
Well, I think the opponent sees that advantage too, and they've perhaps been able to put more attention on Clement, take away a lot of his offensive ability just by overplaying. Here's a steal by Bent. He's pushing now. Gets to the baseline. He's cut off. Clement for three. Missed it. Tipped in. Controlled by Rose. Nice rebound there.
I can see why he left Rose in the first half.
Yeah.
He said he
Rose up
doesn't
top.
have much. I don't think a good example. I think without the really unbelievable three-point shooting, without him in there, they probably wouldn't have had the lead.
Brown misses a three in the corner, and the Bengals get into Samadas on the doorstep. Jump hook good. They can't stop him in there, John.
No, and that's the same way with it. When we played him up there, it was the same. I believe he had over 20 points in that game. He has 16 at the present time.
Well, I would keep going to the well, because they're going to have to dump down on him eventually, and then we can kick out. But until they do that.
Oh, close.
They wanted a 5-second call, did not get it. Rose.
Stop
Try and
counting when he
isolate on
backed out.
Samadas. Get it to Brown. Over to Burrows. Does not want the three. Gets into the key. Pull up jumper for two, and they hit another big shot.
And a nice real attempt to block it from behind, and no contact.
Bengals turn it over as Thompson got bottled up in the key. Bengal bench looking to motivate here as they need another stop. Bent draws Brown. Brown, kick it to Rose. 15-footer, good. 10-point game, another timeout, Bengals. They have 2 fulls left, John, but they got to take them now or this is going to get way out of control.
Don't do you any good tomorrow morning.
Doesn't seem like the Bengals, John, have the energy right now that's going to get them back in the game defensively. They really got to step it up. A little lackadaisical, and the Hornets are just doing whatever they want on offense. Getting another good shot there by Rose, but you know, a 15-footer with no hand in your face, and you're going to probably knock down a lot of those.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when you're looking at kids who are you know, veteran players and they're used to playing during their crunch time, and it makes a huge difference. We're done some things well, but overall we just haven't played at the same level of intensity that Lyndon State has.
Yeah, and they have shot it real well. Lyndon has shot it really well. I figured that at some point, I mean, they've been up here for the whole weekend.
Yeah, unusual to shoot as well as they have for an entire, throughout a, you know, 3/4 of the game, the second day of the. I mean, this is the type of turnover that we got to stop.
Right out of a timeout, John.
Right.
They turn it over, try to perhaps do too much off the dribble. Can't. And Lyndon will be more than happy to try and run some time here as they go into a delay set. Now Camp to Rose. Basquell in the corner to Rose. Gets the baseline into Brown. Can you get? And that's the 4th foul on Samadas. So double whammy there, so to speak, as Samadas picks up his 4th, and Brown will get a trip to the line.
We need to get something going here in the next couple of minutes, or this game is over.
Yeah, and right now Clavette is on the bench getting a break, but Bengals need some answer offensively. Looks like they're going to go with Samadas here. You got to do something. I mean, foul here on the Hornets. Trask. I was hoping that was on Basquel as he was in the vicinity, but called it on the other gentleman. Number 11, Trask, picks up his first. Bengals right to Bartis for 2. 70-59 here, 11-point lead for the Hornets. Under 10 minutes, second half. Bengals looking to turn the tide.
Just as you predicted, all of a sudden the Lyndon is going to bleed the shot clock whenever they can.
Oh, yeah.
Good coaching.
Nice tough shot there by Trask. Little reverse layup. Levesque going to check back in. Hornets enjoying their largest lead of the game. Kuzanovic. Late call, but they call it on Rose, and that's his fourth, and he's baffled. That's a big one, John. So perhaps both Samatis and Rose can both now complain as they get a couple touch fouls, so to speak. And
could be a 4-point play here. You don't get many of those.
Kuzanovic up and missed it though, in and out. Unable to hit free throws has been another problem of the Bengals season. And you've certainly got to make those when you're trying to make a run to get back into the game. Kazanovic's free throw rims out, and the Hornets go back into their delay set. Brown on the baseline.
In talking with Jim earlier today, I think the real issue with free throw shooting with the team is not so much the percentage as it is the missing the key foul shots, the ones when you're trying to climb back in or you're trying to protect the lead.
Yeah, Bent pushed all the way there, went coast to coast, but couldn't get the layup to fall. So
that's a lot of times the result of inexperience or not having a lot of veteran players.
Now Clavette draws Camp, idles him up, and the Hornets have to call timeout. So good defensive intensity as they have picked that up, but you got to make free throws and layups here to get back in this game. 72-61, John. It's like going to the dentist right now, the second half, as Bengals trying desperately to chip away. This would give this team all the confidence in the world, John, if they can come back and win this game.
Absolutely.
8:15 remaining, certainly plenty of time.
They've come back in several games in the earlier part of the season.
Yeah.
But again, I'm struck with how different the team chemistry is, and I think that is a factor.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. These guys just need to come together and find a way to get it done. I mean, it is still there, John.
Oh no question.
Hornets taking a lot of time in this timeout to regroup themselves. Often, John, when you have a lead, and certainly with 8 minutes left, you start delaying and you start. I'm not criticizing Barry, but you got to be careful because you don't want to.
Right.
You don't want to play to lose, so to speak. Sometimes that can go against you. And this Hornet team doesn't seem to. That doesn't seem to be their style. I mean, they came out here shooting it well, running the floor, and now they're trying to use some time. They travel by Brown. So
there we go.
See if the Bengals can get this back to single digits on this possession.
It's an interesting point you make. I think that sometimes you're better off just to keep doing what you're doing, and you've been pretty successful.
Samatis turnaround jumper, can't get that to fall. Perhaps got away with it over the back foul. Kuzanovic gets it back. Good hustle by him. Bent, lob pass to Samatis. Upstairs and good. 2 points. Nice job there. Great pass. So a 9-point game, and Clavette playing some tenacious defense. 5 is called on Camp. And now we've got a technical foul called as Camp slammed the ball. Trail officials saw it and teed him up. Now, John, the history of this matchup this year had a technical by Coach Graffam down in Lyndon when he was upset with a call.
Right.
So let's see if a technical will stem the tide in the Bengals' favor here in Fort Kent.
Interesting choice of shooters here, Coach.
Bent gonna go to the line, the senior, and missed it in and out. Well, no one. I mean, take it out of a hat. I mean, all the Bengals have missed free throws here. So Ben gets the second one. Now an 8-point game. 7:39, there is all kinds of time left. And it seems like the Lyndon offense is sputtering now.
I think you made a good point when they were in that timeout. It looked a little tentative since they came out, and you know, trying to not make a mistake, and instead of just forcing the ball and going after the points.
Bengals get the ball underneath the basket on deflection. Really been able to get it inside to Samatis. Keep in mind that him and Rose both have 4 fouls, and they both like to mix it up inside. Bent, pull up 15-footer. Missed it. Samatis right there. 2 more. Nice job.
They've proven that they don't have much answer for him right now. The secret to this right now is how much longer he's going to be able to play with 4 fouls, I think. Yeah, the turnover. I absolutely agree with you, Coach. Definitely tightened up a little here.
The defense has stepped it up.
Should be a nice place to hit a little 3 here. A little 3 ball here could really help us.
Coach Graffam always preaching to control what you can control, meaning your energy and how you play defensively. I mean, if you're missing shots, that's not necessarily something you can control. There's Colvette in the lane for 2. And they edge closer. 4-point gain here, 72-68. Camp now has Colvette. He's doing an exceptional job on defense. Rose. Swing it to him over here. Now looking to penetrate into Matt. Trask in the corner. To Basquell. Been bottled up here lately here. Now Rose to the basket. Kick it out. Can they hit another 3? Yes. Wow, is that big as Brown knocks down a 3. So the Hornets with another answer, John, to a Bengal run. And that was a very good offensive set from them. Good patience, got a good shot. Samatis, speaking of good shots, maybe number 5. Yes, it is. He is all done, John. And as you said, how long can he last?
I hate to say it, that was a good call.
Yeah, it was. He lowered his shoulder. Apparently the Bengals staff was a little confused, or there might have been some communication problems with the scorebook and the bench, but they didn't think Samatis had 4, John. And either way, he's out of there. And Greshaw's really going to have to step it up. Here's a foul on Kazanovic helping out. So all along they were saying that they were perhaps gambling with Samatis, but it turns out they were not. And Camp gets a trip to the line, John. Sorry to interrupt you.
You were right on the money.
We're going to get, I believe, a double violation, because that would be the only reason to blow the whistle in this case. Now have a meeting of the minds, and
What was that?
well, I think it was an inadvertent whistle
Okay.
on the official's part.
Okay,
So
I gotcha.
we'll go one-on-one again here for Camp. Up and got it. 76-68. 8-point Hornet lead. Bengals looking for answers here. Need to make another run. Need to make one here. Kazanovic will inbound it as Camp knocks down both. Quebec turns the corner. Thompson got the 3-pointer. He was fouled on the hands. Big time shot by Thompson. That may get them going here. So twice the athletic play there by Thompson.
Absolutely.
He's exciting to watch. 77-71, 6-point game. Another tight one between the Hornets and the Bengals. Thompson completes the 4-point play. Hornets now, see a press, but broken by Burrows. Bobbles it. Draws Bent in the corner. Here's Camp now. Camp swinging over to Brown. Hornets looking to answer with another big shot.
Nice step.
Burrows Over to Brown. Up top to Camp. Draws Clevet. Here's Basquell. Wide open three as they left him. Missed it this time. In and out. Reshaw.
Good solid job by Sean there. Didn't panic, just waited for Andy to come get the ball.
I saw that shot open up for Basquell, and I thought he was going to knock down another one as he finally missed a three. Only missed a couple, and Kazanovic turns it over. 3-on-1 for the Hornets. Charge is not called, and they score. So another costly turnover, John, this time by Kazanovic. As he looked a little out of sorts on that possession. Clevet. Drawing Camp. Gets it to Kazanovic. Spins on Burrows and gets a trip to the line as he could not finish the layup, but he got foul on
21.
fouls on Basquell. That's his fourth.
Right, 4:40 left.
He may be coming out as I see Rose ready to check in, but he has three as well, or does he have four? He has three. Four on Basquell, and we'll see if Rose replaces him or if they'll roll the dice. Kazanovic. Nope, they'll take him out here, and nope. I'll figure it out here eventually. Nope, they're going to kick out Trask and leave Basquell in. 4:40 remaining, second half. Kazanovic only makes one of two, and I don't know what they're shooting from the foul line, but it's got to be near 50%. Screen set by Rose. Clevet falls, nothing called. Trap here. Hornets call a timeout. They have two left as well. Let's get a quick reset. 2 timeouts apiece. They're both going to be full either way. The next foul by the Hornets will put the Bengals in the double bonus. And the Hornets will remain in 1-on-1 for one more foul. 79-73, 6 points, Hornet lead, and it will be their ball out of this timeout.
It's really interesting. There's very little energy in this building, and I'm surprised.
I would agree with you.
It's been great, some great shooting, and both teams working hard, but everybody just seems to be kind of sitting. And one of Jim Coach Graffam's favorite sayings is, should we pass out the library books? It almost has that kind of feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's been somewhat of an ugly game, but I mean, it's a competitive one, and you would think that you would get your home crowd behind you here. So, see if they can get fired up for the last 4:28.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what Lyndon has planned here on their offense down the stretch. As soon as they went to that somewhat of a delay, John, the Bengals at that time just happened to pick up their defensive intensity. So all of a sudden, they've had to waste timeouts. They've been called for a 5-second violation and haven't got the clean looks that they were getting early.
And some of that is the fact that they had a competitive game yesterday where they had to play the entire.
No call there. Burrows swing it to Brown, finds the baseline. There's Burrows, block, got his own rebound, and they're going to call it travel. As he shuffled his feet inside, John. Another good defensive stand for the Bengals.
That was excellent. Just played real tough inside without fouling.
Now Clevet gets it to Thompson. Who is going to be the guy to step up here for the Bengals on this possession? Now Bent on the post. Wheeling, dealing. Nice move there for two. 79-75, 4-point game.
Plenty of time.
Looking to get another defensive
stand.
stand.
Panic. We just need to play good, solid defense.
Reshaw going back after helping. Showing again. Thompson drawing Burrows. Burrows slips. Thompson hustling to the floor. Here's Brown. Up top to Burrows.
Boy, Bobby is just so quick.
Shot clock now at 14. Falling down is
travels.
Burrows, and he travels. Great defense by Thompson. And you are right. It's been the quickness here of Thompson and Clevet, and they're causing all kinds of trouble on the offensive end for the Hornets.
He didn't help him really fun in the game. He just tossed it up in the air.
The Bengals now looking to get a set. Can't find anything. Clevet penetrates, gets inside for two, and he's fouled. Basquel, and he's done. So
That's correct, Coach. That's his fifth
he'll
foul.
finish the game as the current high scorer with just under 30 points, but didn't have the same half he had in the first. And maybe a bit of his legs went, and he got himself in foul trouble. So
This would be a good test of the of our program right here. Andrew's going to step the line, and he should be okay here. If he makes these two, boy, we're right where we need to be.
chance to cut it to 2 as Basquel will have to have a seat. Trask will check in for him. So those 3 gentlemen I talked about, John, Trask, Brown, and Burrows, all 3 in the game now. And they can certainly create a lot of matchup problems. We'll see how the Bengals do that. They went small somewhat here. I don't know who they're playing at the small forward, but Kazanovic will draw him. If they are playing, in fact, man-to-man defense. They've mixed it up here lately. But you're right. I've been impressed with Thompson's quickness out on the perimeter. And Clevetta's giving Camp a pretty hard time. Missed the first one, John. So once again, 1 of 2 free throws. See if they can get another stop here.
The secret here is just not to give up an easy one and make them play hard.
3 minutes
nice
remaining.
Drive.
Here's Rose. Swing it to Burrows. Blocked by Grishaw. Up to Camp. Can he knock down a big 3? No. Controlled by Thompson. And as he fell to the ground, he wanted to get called for a travel, so he called a timeout. Intelligent play there by Thompson. He's been a spark plug here in the second half. I'm sorry, John. I guess they did have a 30 left.
They have 1 more, I believe.
Okay, 130
They
and
have 1 and 2.
Okay. 79-76, 3 points, Hornet lead. It will be Bengal possession here. Defense has been the key here in the second half, John.
Absolutely. Especially over the last 4 or 5 minutes, they really stepped it up a little bit and just made them play at 100%. And they did. They had a tough game yesterday. And I think it showed a little bit. They've had some turnovers. We've been able to turn it over on 5-second call a couple of times.
Yeah.
But again, the secret is getting over the top, and that's something that we've had a hard time doing all season. And so let's just hope that good things happen here.
Yeah, I would agree. 79-76. 3-point Hornet lead. They've been in control for much of the game after an early run by the Bengals to start the game. Clevette floats in the lane, lost it up on his way up, and then may have gotten away with a foul there. So here comes Camp. Clevette really working hard on D. Brown, swing it inside. Rose, down the middle, no call. No offensive call there, John, as it seemed.
Tough one.
As Rose went right through him. 81-76, 5-point game. Bengals looking to answer here again. Thompson on the baseline, pull up. Yeah, nice touch.
Bobby shoots a very live ball. Everything he throws up goes up over the top, so has a chance to go in.
He's in a very good second half, John. Rose to Camp. Under 2 minutes now, 3-point Hornet lead.
No easy one.
Thompson draws Camp in a switch. Swing it to Rose. Rose going to try and work on Grishaw. Does. Gets it to Trask. Missed the 3. And then a foul is called. And that's a mystery to me. As they call a foul on Bent, as it seemed that both guys just hustling after the ball.
I like to think I give the officials, I don't quite understand that call. There was no way he could have pushed. He had two hands on the ball.
Yeah, I would agree.
A difficult call.
Free throws here now for the Hornets. As Brown gets to the line. Got that. 4-point lead now for the Hornets. Yeah, you hate to get into the bad habit of blaming officials, but the non-charge call and then that mysterious call there is going to cost the Bengals only 3 points, but Kazanovic loses it.
No, that's okay.
Tracks it down. Here we go, 82-78.
Still plenty of time.
4-point lead. Quebec inside to Kazanovic. Trying to break free here on Burrows. Spinning, wheeling, dealing, up, and draws a foul. Is that on Rose? If it is, he's done, but they may have got... No, they got Burrows.
That's all for him, though.
Oh, it is?
That's what I had as 5.
No, his 4th, John.
Okay.
So.
I'm wrong.
much as I'd like to go down there and argue our case.
Well, you know, remember when you asked me to come up here, I'm going to get some heat when I go back down there because we wouldn't have missed the
Right.
because that's
Well,
my
we won't
job.
bring that up, John.
When I'm on the bench, that's my job.
After we win, we'll be all set. Kazanovich hits one, and then Coach Graffman really wants to set his defense, so he'll call a timeout here.
Just
82-79. Need another big stop here.
Near the beginning of the game, number 4 and 50 got a foul. So that's how he.
okay.
That's where that extra one came from.
Bengals looking to sneak one out here at home. Down in over in Lyndon, it was the Bengals who had control of the game for much of the day, John, and then they lost it down the stretch as the Hornets hit a couple big threes, and it's kind of been an opposite show here ever since about the 10-minute mark of the first half. It's been Hornets in control.
Well, I think you're right in that. This is not a game, I don't think, where you're going to come from behind more than once. If we makes this foul shot and we get a defensive stop, I think we'll have as good a chance to win, even though we're 2 points behind.
I would agree. Yep. 119.
This is a key foul shot right here.
Very key here. We've just been informed the Bengals have one timeout remaining.
Okay.
Going to line Kazanovich, looking to complete 2-point play here as he was fouled. Second shot, missed another one, 1 of 2. We're gonna get a free throw count here momentarily, and we'll let you know, but I know it's been huge once again in this game as they've been unable to capitalize from the line. Rose.
Well, I think that's again is what we do. Again, a percentage, the team percentage is not going to be that bad, but it's when you make them that is so terribly important.
Rose now, trying to work on Gresham. Upstairs to Burrows, finds Camp. To Trask, 10 seconds on the shot. Rose, working on Grishaw, pull-up jumper, missed it, tipped around, controlled by Clement. Under a minute now here.
Needed plenty of time here. A 3 would be nice, but we really only need a 2 here.
Bent down the lane, missed the layup, tipped around, controlled by the Hornets. Now need to foul. Clement with a steal and a 3 to tie it up. Big time play by the big senior. That gets this place going. Are you kidding me? Bengals got to focus now on Dino. Here comes Rose. Everyone on their feet. Timeout Hornets. Wow. We needed a miracle and we got one. I think the Hornets were expecting a foul, John, but
I do too. It's almost like they stopped.
yeah, Bengals were smart to try and see if they could get it out of the backcourt. And Clement reached into his pocket, took his cookies, and then knocked it down from 3-point land. It would be a good time to go to the replay, John, if we could.
Absolutely. This will be interesting to see if the officials allow the kids to decide who win this game. You know, there's 15 seconds left, and a possession here at this end for Lyndon. We just have to see what happens.
What a play by the senior Clement.
You know,
Stepping up, proving his worth, so to speak, there, as that was a big-time sequence. A couple possessions before, John, remember, he got into the lane and he floated and missed a layup, so made up for it there.
He didn't quit. This is all about not staying in there and playing the game, and he did it. If we're going to foul here, I hope we foul quickly.
This is your ball game. No, you do not want to foul, John. It's 82-all. Both teams have a double bonus.
Absolutely.
So the Hornets will look to get the last shot. Probably do not want to leave any time on the clock. Clement draws Camp. 10 seconds. Having a little trouble initiating. Gets it to Rose. Got Gresham on him. Rose breaks free. Offensive foul. Looked like Orser was offensive foul. 2.5 seconds. I don't know what the confusion was, John. It seemed like at first they might call a block. But no doubt that Rose was out of control, and he
That's his fifth
That's fouled
foul.
out as well, and he's got to be careful here. Bengals now, right now, John, I'm sure Coach Graffam telling to throw to Grishaw, because he's the tallest gentleman.
Who came in for him? Who came in for him?
Oh, look at this! They hit the top of the rafter, and the Hornets will get it underneath their own basket.
Unbelievable.
They have a timeout, and they will use it. Goodness gracious.
Who took that timeout?
The Hornets took it, John.
Okay.
They're going to try and run a set here to get a final shot. What a sequence. Bengals were trying to get Grishaw long so they could throw it to him and perhaps get a tip. But they had a little trouble getting organized, and finally, Bent had to run over as the official had put the ball in play before he got there. And in his haste, threw it long and hit the rafter up top.
What I found interesting here at the end of this game is the official that came up from the southern part of the state took control in that situation.
Well, it was the right call.
It was the right call, but I mean, he was very affirmative. He went into the corner. He told the other official that no, that the guy was set and to take the charge.
Well, no doubt Rose was out of control.
Oh, he was.
Thompson has played an exceptional half defensively, and he's hit some big shots on the other end as well. But Bengals need one more defensive stand here, at least in regulation. We may have some free basketball here for you today. I don't want to jinx us, but.
Well, you know, I think that.
All Coach Goff can do now is have a seat because and see what unfolds on this possession.
Just hope there's no foul.
Hornets set a couple screens. Break free. Morehouse. Block.
The screen, no good.
Yes. That is the end of regulation. We will play some
5
more
minutes.
basketball here.
I don't know how to set this up for a team.
82 apiece. What a game as the Bengals have clawed all the way back.
Oh, it sets it up on
Now earning some overtime here. So not only do you have to play Saturday, Sunday, John, but you have to play 5 more minutes of overtime.
Well, you know, I think one of the keys here is we've two players out for Lyndon,
Right.
and we have lost Bartis, but I think that emotionally we shouldn't be in a position to play here. I think one of the wonderful things about this situation is even no matter what happens now in these 5 minutes, I think our team chemistry has to have improved as a result of coming back, and a lot of it is just senior Andrew Covette, just refusing to lose.
Yeah, that's a great point, John. And winning will solve everything in some senses, and not everything, but it certainly does improve what you're trying to do as a program here. We'll jump it up and we'll go the same way here. A little confusion, and now we got that figured out. Because both teams must be tired. Fatigue is going to be a factor. But you gotta fight through it. You gotta find some adrenaline. Grishaw wins it, but right into the hands of Morehouse. As the Hornets have went even smaller now with Morehouse and Camp in the game, and Grishaw is guarding Morehouse. So hustle here by Kazanovich. Brown in the corner. Trask for 3. Short. Tipped around. Controlled. Burrows with a tough shot. No way they should get that rebound, John. We got the size advantage.
Yeah, well, it just went over Sean's hand. I mean, I think.
Burrows finding a way. Now we've got Kazanovich with a mismatch. So both teams exploiting mismatches here. It's Kazanovich with a tough floater. Missed it. And the Bengals, true to form, so to speak, in this game, get themselves down early again here. Down 2. Morehouse.
Good call.
They're calling an intentional foul on the grab.
It's a good call.
Well, yes and no, John. I mean, anyway, Trask, frustration foul. I mean, he lost him and then tried to grab him to slow down the drive to the basket, but Trask got to trip the line. Knocks that down. So that. That gets the Hornets up 3 and now 4-point lead.
This is the
Andrus comes back in. Sorry, John, go ahead.
No, I just said this is the test right here. Is if we can still play the tough defense, not get our heads down. Then
Yeah, we've certainly had a lot of tests in
we're
this
more
game.
more than 4 points behind with. It's just the weak side rebounds that killed us in the last couple of seconds. In the first two here.
Hornets with another
No problem.
second,
Still plenty of time.
Thompson draws Trask. Upstairs is Brown. Gets it to Camp as they go into the delay set again, trying to run some time. Camp drawing Clavette. Clavette. Now here's Andros. Andros spinning.
I say that Sean impressed with how well Greshar is able to play away from the basket.
Camp gets it upstairs. 10 seconds on the shot. Penetrates. Swing to the corner. Brown. Up fake. Got bent in the air and then is going to earn a trip to the line. As he was trying to challenge the shot, and Brown smartly
Nice
head
job
fakes.
to head faked him.
It's been on his feet. And we'll get a trip to the line here. 3:33 remaining, all kinds of time. Bengals really need to get to work here now on this possession. No matter what the outcome of these two free throws. Brown's first one, got it. Lyndon has been able to knock down their free throws. Bengals seemingly going 1 of 2 each time down the stretch on their end. Jinxed it there, John, as we get a 1 of 2 by...
Good job, Coach.
Thank you, by Brown. 87-82, 5-point game. Bengals looking to claw again out of this hole. Clavette, got Camp, crossing him up. Now gets into the key. Pull-up jumper. Got it. Nice shot by Clavette. Camp the other way. Clavette working hard on D. Here's Andros. He draws Grisha. Up top now to Brown. Brown with bent on him. Backdoor layup for Trask.
Travel.
And the Lyndon bench upset with that call. So it always seems that the refs are going against you in a close game like this. You know what I mean, John? I mean,
No,
speaking as a coach, I always feel like you may be getting shortchanged, but certainly did travel there. Now Clavette.
If you don't get caught up in the
Backdoor
game,
Thompson, but stolen away by Trask.
there's a case of where Andrew got caught in no man's land. He's up in
Three-point
the air.
game.
He had nothing else to do but try
Clavette
to
really been
force the
tough on defense. Now tipped away by Grisha. Here's Andros. Down the lane. Missed the layup. Controlled by Grisha. Gets it to Thompson. Clavette gonna run the point. Need to get a quality shot here on this possession. 3-point lead. Bengals will spread the floor. Go 4 wide. Clavette. Pull up 3. Short. Controlled by Clavette. Gets it to Kazanovic. Finds the baseline. Tried to pass it. Missed it. And then, tipped off the backboard there. Off the back of it. 2 minutes now remaining in overtime here. What a thriller today. Kazanovic to Thompson. Thompson down the lane to Grisha. To the basket for 2. 1-point game here. 87-86 Hornets. That gets the crowd somewhat going again here as we dip under 2 minutes. I don't know what I have left for a voice here. Andros traveled. Yes, he did.
He tipped over his feet. He tipped over his own feet and he's saying that he got caught.
I don't know what the complaint is. If there was ever a travel, that was one. Yes, it's a little easy to say that when you're sitting up here, Coach, isn't it?
87-86, 1.5 remaining. Isolate Kazanovic now on the post. Clavette gets by his man in the lane. Got the basket and the foul. Andrew Clavette stepping up again, John. What a performance here. What a performance by the senior. Playing with a lot of heart. As he gets into the lane, knocks it down, absorbs the contact. Looking to complete the 3-point play. Does so. 2-point Bengal lead. 1:25 remaining. Camp now looking to work. Breaks the timeline. Clavette all over him. Screen up top, Andros. Camp for 3. Missed it. Controlled by Thompson. And They call the travel.
That's not a travel.
Good gracious. Ball back to the Hornets. Someone doesn't want the Bengals to win. Someone upstairs, John. Here's Brown. Nice pass to Andros. Two. Tie it up here. 1 minute. 89-89. Bengals seem to have gotten the stop they wanted to, but then a travel called on Thompson. Can Collette come up big again? Spinning. Fadeaway jumper. Missed it. Controlled by the Hornets. Bengals will get another look on the offensive end, but they need a big stop here. Camp now falls. Then timeout Hornets. Goodness gracious, tension is running high here.
Do they get an extra time?
Yeah, you get an extra timeout
right,
in overtime,
right.
so the Hornets
Good
use
call.
it.
Good call.
They get one each?
Yeah.
40.7 seconds
I didn't
left.
put 'em up.
I didn't know that.
No, that's a good question. That's okay. Hey, look.
Levent able to break free for a jumper there, but he has played. He has used so much energy here. Wasn't able to get enough on it. Left it short. Hornets came down and perhaps got away with a travel. Able to call a timeout there. So 89 apiece. Bengals need another defensive stand here. What a game, John. What a game here.
Certainly has the last 8 or 9 minutes have just been very, very exciting.
If this is any preview of what the Sunrise Conference playoffs might be like, it's going to be an exciting tournament as these teams across the board are pretty evenly matched.
Absolutely. I think Hudson and Fisher probably are a step ahead of everyone else, but I think everybody else on any given night. What will be very interesting is what happens when you play after the neutral, after the home games. It'll be if we're still alive, I think we have a chance. I really do. I think we match up pretty well with anybody.
Hornets now. Morehouse kicked by Bent, and that's huge because that resets the shot clock. Now the Hornets can get the last shot. So, goodness gracious, we're getting a lot of things against us here. As Bent, not necessarily a bad play, just unlucky. Up top now, Camp. They're going to try and use all of the shot clock and see what they can get done here. Rishad draws Morehouse again. Morehouse gets by him. Pull-up jumper, missed it. Thompson.
Boy, that's a bad. That wasn't not a good shot selection there.
No, I thought it was going to go in. No,
I did too.
Negative
but
thinking.
Even a coach is beside himself. I mean, that's just not what he wanted. He did not
They
want
had
to.
12.6 remaining, John.
Right,
so to
exactly.
take that shot was not what you wanted to do.
Probably a freshman, but he did have. He thought his eyes got real big when he got by Sean, but he had to shoot it quickly because Bobby stepped right up.
Yeah, he got anxious. No doubt about it. Another example of Thompson's presence on defense.
Right.
Bengals should get the last shot here. 12.6 remaining. They have to go the length of the floor, John.
Plenty of time.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the Hornets show at least a little token pressure so the Bengals can't just roll the ball in. And this is going to be exciting to watch.
No even need a hurry here. Just get in and run a good offensive set.
Well, I'd be surprised if Clement didn't take the last shot. I don't care if everybody in the gym knows it.
I would be very surprised also.
But,
although I'll tell you this,
Yeah.
now the ball might be able to be forced down inside to either Sean or Vladdy.
And I was going to say, look for Thompson too, John, to break free somewhere if they play too many
Here he
people
comes,
on
here he
Clement.
comes.
Clement gets it, and they go right into the overload set. Gonna look to isolate Clement. Here he comes. Pull up jumper for the win! In and out. Yeah! Kazanovich with a follow-up. 0.3 remaining. That should be the game.
0.3 of a second.
Don't get the rebound. With a rebound and putback.
Now, what do we have here? 0.3 remaining, and no, they don't have any timeouts remaining.
No more timeouts. They're null and void.
That's right. No, it's a technical foul.
Yeah.
Bobby shoots it, coach. Hey!
Unbelievable here as,
Hold on.
I believe they may be able to correct this, John, because I don't think that the Hornets called a timeout. And Camp is beside himself. I would be surprised if this stands. But .3 remaining.
I don't see how you can't possess the ball and shoot it, I believe, in what is it under 0.8 of a second or is it 0.3 of a second?
Well, I mean, I don't know. John, I don't know.
Well, there is a rule. I'm not sure of what the rule is.
What I'm saying is, I don't know what the protocol is here, but as an official, you could just use maybe some judgment and not allow that to be called. We'll see. They're gonna
shoot it. They're gonna shoot it.
They're gonna follow through with it. So you hate to see a game decided this way. I don't know. 0.3 seconds left. You can barely get a shot off, like you were saying, but
Game's over.
Camp is beside himself. I find it hard to believe. Bengals are gonna get the win, and
Just an amazing win.
the Kasanovich layup, I think, sealed it, John. Even without.
Well, we'll find out. Now, as long as we don't do something really obscene here and foul a 3-point shot, we should be okay. But you just never know. Is that all the stuff that's happened here in the last 2 minutes is amazing.
Coach Barry is beside himself. He's just using this timeout to get on the official.
Welcome to the sack. Hey, at least he didn't get a technical foul like Coach did over there. In that game over there, without the technical foul, we had the ball with a chance to tie it.
The ruling is, John, if it's under .4, there's no way that you could have been able to catch and shoot anyway. So they would have had to try and tip.
That was my thought.
Yeah, they would have had to go right to the floor and tip the ball in.
So the best that could have happened is that they get a tip.
Yeah.
And
Talk about-
the thing to do here is just let the ball go.
Yeah, don't even get near anybody. Don't stand in the paint.
Let them take a shot.
Now we have some more confusion
Well,
here.
this is.
I say you just let them take a shot. Just pull all of you guys to the side.
Bengals need to stay away from everybody.
Well, that's exactly right.
Just stay in the corner.
Yeah, I thought so.
Camp launches it, but that is your ball game.
Yeah, that's a great win.
Kasanovich with a follow-up shot for the win. Bengals will get the win here, 93-89 in overtime. They escape and keep themselves in good position for a playoff spot that would be in their favor.
Absolutely right, and I think that now the games next weekend we go to Thomas for a game on Saturday that theoretically at least we should be able to handle Thomas. Then of course we go to that place we all love to play so well into Farmington.
Yeah.
And if we win at Farmington and win at Thomas, then we will definitely host the game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And finish the season with four real quality wins.
Yeah.
With a very different set of personnel. And I felt so good when we tied the game. I felt that would have been good for our chemistry no matter what happened. But the win is just is a testimony to the will of the kids and Jim Grafham's ability to just keep them motivated. And I feel really great about this win.
A huge confidence builder for the Bengals. So for John Page, this is Eric Wernken signing off. Bengals get the win here in overtime, 93-89. Thanks for joining us.
Good job, James Edward. Woo!